Hello and welcome back to another episode on the Mk1 Capri build. It's now back from the paint shop that was very local.
Very local,
yeah. And,
decent price.
Decent price, quality of the job.
Half decent job as well.
It's very good, very good. Trying to get people to paint old cars like that when they need all the, getting all the dents out of it, and where you put the arch in, obviously need to put filler in and get that right.
Most of them just want easy insurance jobs, don't they? And I can understand why.
If someone turns around you give your Mk1 Capri that's 50 years old and needs a lot of bodywork, if they turn around and say 4 or 5 grand, that's pretty good if the quality of the job is good. So we'll let you judge this one, but we're very happy with what's come back. It wasn't quite 4 or 5 grand. So
let's go and take a look at it.
Yeah. So here we are. We've started building it back up. It's gold, as you may have noticed. It's a age-related colour according to my colour chart things. And we started building up new rear bumper, very good condition rear lights as normal. The chrome had gone around it, so we've just satin blacked around the edge.
Blacked out, looks clean, doesn't it?
Yeah,
but cleaner than it did before. It's
unless you're going to pay. I think the last Mk1 new light I saw for the facelift was £750, and they ain't cheap. Obviously, all new chrome, the hockey sticks and the boot trim, new boot key. Ooh. And inside latch as well. Look at that, beautiful.
Oh, nice.
And obviously new rubbers and good closes sometimes as well.
Yeah, it's good new.
Refurbished badge, works some wonders on that. But yeah, it's not all gold, as you can see. So we've sort of gone for the RS3100, RS26 sort of look, where we've got the black foils. I'm not going to take all the paper off it, but you get the idea. So it's black on the tops of the wings, and it goes up around the back. But we're very happy with the paint job. It's the gold itself has got quite a lot of pearl in it, so it's more of a coppery colour in the natural light, which is good. So today we've had the axle out of it. I've put all the wiring in it, and it works, which is amazing. Seeing as the wiring loom probably hasn't been used in 20, 30 years maybe. And
it's how old? In total, 50 odd years,
52,
probably.
Yeah, 52
years and not been used for about 20, so it's a miracle.
And everything does work. I'm shocked. There was a few usual repairs where people hacked into it over the years, but generally very good. So
let's check out the engine bay. Look at that, black engine bay too, looking clean. And what else have we got out here?
So and today we've under the watchful eye of Alan the cat,
Hello, Alan.
We've been cleaning and painting. The springs weren't new, but they weren't far off it, and there's no separation to them, so I'm quite happy with them. And the bushes are all very good, so I think they are replacement springs, not too old. So we've got to save a bit of money where we can, otherwise the guy's going to be into 40 grand before we know it. So yeah, we've cleaned and painted the axle, springs. We've got new shockers to go on, painted the drums, and all the suspension fitments like the U-bolts and stuff like this. So we're going to now put the rear shock absorbers in it and the petrol tank, which has also been painted, and then see how we go from there. So the next will be, I guess we're probably going to move on to the front suspension after that, and yeah, we'll update you from that. The axle is now back in it. As you can see, new brake pipes, new shock absorbers. As I said, the springs were very good. Handbrake cable is fitted. We've got new wheel cylinders. We just had the shoes delivered, so that's good. So we're just building up the engine now as well.
Brand new brake pipe always looks nice on a nice painted
axle. A bit of copper on black in it. Lovely.
Even painted the leaf springs as well. Look at that. Eat your dinner off it.
We're just putting the pistons into the bores. We've honed the bores up. They've come out lovely. I've checked the ring gap and everything. There's no serious wear. It's a low mileage engine, this anyway. 60,000, I believe. We've got a new oil pump to go in it, which is a bit of a must, really. We've got new shells to go on the crank. Again, the crank's very good. It's very clean, no scratching, and it's mic'd up very well. So we're just fitting this piston now. This is number 4, and you've got to be careful. Obviously, you don't want to break any of the rings.
All my fingers.
Yeah. A friend of mine got a broken ring once.
Well, it happens.
Yeah, he never walked the same again. So yeah, I mean, these things are the best to use, as I've said in other episodes. If I haven't, well, I am now, because you want to get as much closure or random as possible and most exact. The other type are okay, but
they have an overlap in them, whereas these don't.
Yeah, and it is easier if there's 2 of you, because when you're knocking it down, this does have a tendency to move about. So it's difficult to have, like, unless you've got 3 hands, which some people might have 3 hands. So there we go, straight in. So yeah, so that's the Pinto built up.
Well, flip them over, crank.
The pistons,
next.
Put the crank in next.
So painted, as you can see.
Yeah, new
shiny.
New core plugs. Gonna have new carburetor, new fuel pump, and stuff. You know, the usual malarkey.
Good, isn't it?
So yes.
Here we go. Nice semi-rebuilt gearbox. Clean up, sprayed, and then we're going to paint the main box section black, and the lid, of course. Right, nice new shiny stump. Look at them. Apparently there's shit in there.
No, there's your fingers over there.
Oh, that's all right. It's just fingerprints, isn't it? Should we do one of them things where we go, huh? And it's on. Just like that. Rear main seal. No seal. Dizzy drive seal. All in. And looking rather shiny and very engine-like.
So, next obstacle or thing to do on the Capri is put the engine in. The freshly built 2 litre, powder coated bits and bobs like engine mount stainless. That's going. Oh, don't use. Sometimes don't I do, but we haven't got any stainless of those, unfortunately. But you know, they're clean enough.
Couldn't find any head bolts, so we're going to use some tape.
Yeah. We've got to glue the head down.
Once we've got the head on, we'll just use a bit more tape.
But the way I do it, certainly with Capris, but I mean, same with Escorts and Cortinas and Taunus and stuff like that. I always put them in from underneath. But why, Adam, I hear you ask? Well, engine crane, you've got to take the bonnet off. That's a pain in the ass for a start. And then scratch the buggery out the bulkhead and the slam panel. Unless, you know, you've got the... Especially if you're doing it on your own, and a lot of times when Guy isn't here, I have to do this sort of stuff on my own while he's jet setting around the world, and, you know, whatever. So, yeah, I always put them in from underneath. And if you put in a rebuilt motor in or rebuilding an engine to put in, if you put it in without the head on, obviously you're saving that much. And it's a lot safer as well than stuff dangling around on engine cranes. So yeah, so I got my little trolley, and we just slide it in from underneath. I'm going to put the cross member on in a minute, and then we get the jack underneath the trolley, lift it up, and then if the car needs to come down until it meets its points. We've got a new gearbox mount and support. So yeah, so the 8 bolts it takes to secure it. It's so much easier, and it's a lot safer, and you don't scratch anything, which when you're dealing with cars like this that have just been painted, you don't want to start scratching the hell out of the engine bay.
Slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it?
Sometimes, yeah. It's not scratchy, it certainly wins the race, you know, because if you
don't want to paint it again, do you?
No, you don't want to paint it again. And there's nothing more heartbreaking than when you're putting a car back together, is scratching the paint, you know, because obviously if anything has to be painted again, it means partial strip down usually, and you've got the chance of, it doesn't matter how well you insulate it or mask it up, you know, there is always a chance of what the Portuguese call pulverization, the rest of the world calls overspray. So yeah, so this is where we're at. So we're going to get the engine mounted in, and then I'm sure Guy will film another bit of the engine sort of sat where it is. Maybe with the head on, maybe with the head off. Depends how he's feeling usually. So we have the engine in. I've had to use quite a bit of force with Guy with this, but we have the Guy correction tool.
Correction, he said.
Yeah, he seems to like it in certain areas. But I did not go there. But yeah, so the engine's in, as you can see. And we put the head on. We've got the everything's like powder coated, what we can obviously. New water pump. It's got a new full branch manifold. New Chinesium 38D gas carb, which I've used many times with great results, and they work very well on a 2-litre Pinto. Don't seem to overfuel. So yeah, everything seems to be going
in nicely, isn't it?
Yeah.
So what we got next? We've got stuff like the alternator to go in.
Yeah.
We've got the distributor with the
electronic ignition.
Yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, it's all gone on pretty simple as it is a Pinto in a Capri, and that's all they were born to be there really. And we have used a lot of Parkside tools, and if you watch it, I've even got Parkside slippers.
So if Parkside would like to sponsor us, that would be lovely. Although I think Arnie might have beaten us to it. But,
what does he know about Capris?
Well,
What does
exactly,
Arnold
yeah.
Schwarzenegger know about
Yeah.
Capris? You know, mere amateur. So yeah, so a few bits left to bolt up. Fuel pipes in from the tank. Guys made a lovely job of that. So yeah, it's literally plumb a few more bits up. And
we're
get
ready for the big switch on.
Yeah,
pretty soon. That's probably going to be our next clip coming up. I think,
So
isn't it?
as from this, it'll be. So we're all ready for the big startup.
Let's do it.
Yeah, it's all everything that needs to be connected properly is connected properly. As you can see, we've got the proper battery clamps and stuff like this.
Original forward item.
And we've also got the. That was a joke. That is a joke. Don't ever use those. No, don't do that. And we've got the Portuguese raspberry juice, which is the colour of their petrol over here.
Bottoms up.
Yes, chin chin. So when on the start up, obviously, it's nice to sort of turn it over a little bit to get the oil up to start with. So we're going to do that. So do you want to go and turn the key, mate? Have you got the key?
Yeah. You mean the stubby flat blade?
The stubby flat blade screwdriver, yeah, in the ignition.
The ignition key.
That's the key, yeah. We've got the electronic ignition hooked up. I've got a pipe into a tank. But like I say, we're going to start him over first. Emily's got a lot to say. Are we ready to go, babes? Yes, I think we are. So just give him a turn, Guy.
Okay. Oh, nothing.
Have we connected the wires to the starter motor?
No.
You see what I have to put up with? You see? I haven't just got one child.
Extra safe, you see.
So. So yes, as I said, we're going to just turn it over just to get some oil around without it starting, so it doesn't burst into life and with no oil around the top end. So, Guy, just give him a spin, mate, please.
Okay, to say when to stop.
Okay. Should probably be enough just to prime it. Everything was lubed, obviously, before we put it together. So what we're going to do now is put a bit of the Portuguese juice in there, in the carb. Just fill the vents up, just to give it a helping hand. Far too much, as Derek would say. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where we find out how good the timing is.
Yeah, quite.
Ready when you are?
Go on then.
Okay. Ooh.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is why I love Pintos. Listen to that. Absolutely beautiful. till it conks out.
Should have run out of fuel in the bowl, and he.
Edit that bit out, guys.
That's all right. Yeah. Okay. So when?
Go on then.
And again.
Hold on. Yeah, it's getting fuel up. Go on then. Okay, that was the wrong way.
Yeah.
Right, go on then.
Okay.
Actually, you didn't get it far off, mate, to be honest with you.
Right. Don't worry about the smoke, that's just paint.
Listen to that. Absolutely spot on. I think it's in gear, maybe, but yeah, it's all good. Whoa! So yeah, there we go. One newly built Pinto running sweet as a nut.
That might do us for this episode, I think, mightn't
I
it?
think so, yeah, before we all die of carbon monoxide poisoning.
Yes. So thanks
See
for
you on the
watching.
next one.
Leave us a thumbs up. We'll see you next time.